Once upon a time, in a quiet mountain village, there lived a boy named Ravi. He was bright, kind-hearted, and full of ambition. But there was one thing that always held him back: his lack of focus. Whenever he tried to read, his mind drifted. When he sat to meditate, his thoughts jumped from one thing to another. He wanted to achieve greatness, but his scattered attention kept him from making progress. One evening, frustrated and tired, Ravi went to see a monk who lived near the forest temple. The monk was known throughout the village for his calmness and deep understanding of life. Ravi bowed and said, "Master, I want to grow. I want to succeed, but my mind refuses to obey me. It runs wild like a monkey. How can I tame it?" The monk smiled gently and handed Ravi a lit candle. "Take this candle," he said, "and walk once around the temple. But there's one rule: if the flame goes out, you must start over." Ravi held the candle carefully and began his walk. The wind whispered through the trees, and each gust threatened the tiny flame. Step by step, he shielded it with his hands. His eyes stayed fixed on the light. His breath slowed. His mind became still. By the time he returned to the monk, the candle was still burning. The monk asked, "What did you learn, my child?" Ravi replied, "I thought of nothing but the flame. Every step, every movement was to protect it." The monk nodded and said, "That flame is your goal. The winds are your distractions. The more you guard your focus, the brighter your flame will burn. But if you let your attention wander, even for a moment, your inner light will fade." Those words struck Ravi deeply. He realized that his biggest challenge wasn't outside of him. It was within. From that day, he began the journey of training his mind. At first, it was difficult. He would sit to study and feel the urge to look outside the window, to talk, to rest. But each time, he remembered the candle flame. "If I can protect my focus like I protected that flame," he told himself, "I will never lose my light." Days passed into months, and months into years. Slowly, Ravi transformed. The same boy who once couldn't stay still became known for his calm presence and sharp concentration. He excelled in his studies, later becoming a wise teacher who inspired many. When people asked him the secret of his success, he smiled and said, "Focus is not something you find. It is something you build, moment by moment. A focused mind can turn effort into excellence. A distracted mind can turn even talent into dust." Moral of the story: your mind is like a flame, delicate, powerful, and full of light. Protect it from the winds of distraction. Discipline doesn't imprison you. It frees you from chaos. And just like Ravi, if you learn to guard your inner flame, no storm can stop you from shining.